In Victor Kosakowski's documentary cinema, images speak for themselves, entirely bypassing the need for a narrator. In his film Architecton, this stylistic choice evolves into a profound philosophical reflection. By contrasting the millennial endurance of ancient stones such as the monolithic blocks of the Temple of Baalbek with the fragility of modern reinforced concrete captured amidst the rubble of earthquakes in Turkey and destruction in Ukraine. The director raises a fundamental question: what will remain of our civilization in the deep future? Through a dialogue between Kosakowski and the architect Michele Delucci, the film presents a radical thesis. Our obsession with concrete is not merely an ecological problem, but a cultural short circuit. We are building the present by erasing our historical memory. To understand the film's core critique, one must look at the very nature of the materials themselves. Stone belongs to the time of the Earth's geological time. When ancient builders sculpted it, they did not alter its substance. A stone ages and changes shape, but it remains itself. It possesses an intrinsic stability that allows it to endure through millennia and speak to future generations through the sheer power of its presence. Reinforced concrete, on the other hand, is an artificial material. It is a chemical powder that mimics rock, but conceals an internal fragility due to its very structural principle. Reinforced concrete suffers from carbonation. Humidity and carbon dioxide penetrate the material, rusting the internal iron skeleton, which causes it to crack and collapse. While stone naturally defies time, concrete has a programmed expiration date, often less than 100 years. We have replaced an architecture of permanence with an architecture of obsolescence. A key concept in the film is the distinction between two words we frequently use as synonyms: ruin and rubble. This distinction marks the boundary of our ability to leave a trace in time. The remains of a Roman temple are ruins. They retain a shape, an aesthetic dignity, and historical meaning. They allow us to converse with the past. Conversely, the collapse of a modern concrete building produces only rubble shapes, grey dust, tangled rebar, and industrial debris that can neither be reused nor interpreted. If our civilization were to vanish today, future archaeologists would not find temples to study, but a toxic crust of waste. We are the first civilization at risk of leaving no monumental trace of ourselves. The critique of Architecton strikes at the very heart of contemporary economic ideology. Concrete became the global material of choice because it perfectly satisfies the logic of speed and immediate profit. It allows entire neighborhood blocks to be erected in a matter of weeks. Yet, this speed hides a profound nihilism, so we are building homes destined to last less than a human lifespan, accepting the premise of a disposable living space. Furthermore, Kosakowski and Delucci unmask the rhetoric of architectural greenwashing Covering the balconies of a concrete skyscraper with plants does not constitute sustainable architecture. It is merely a cosmetic operation, a visual trick to conceal the fact that the cement industry is responsible of global carbon emissions. One cannot cure an inherently destructive structure by simply decorating its surface. The final gesture by Michele De Lucci, building a small stone circle in his garden without using any chemical binders or cement, points toward a philosophical way out, a return to a sense of the limit. Architecture must stop celebrating the ego of designers or the demands of the financial market. We must return to designing buildings by calculating their entire life cycle, including the moment they will fall. Only by planning structures capable of returning non-toxic materials back to the earth can we avoid this grey apocalypse and learn to live once again in harmony with natural time.